Hi, this is Artful Dev. Welcome to my guide for 12 minutes. This is my first achievements guide, which lets you get 1,000 gamer score in around 2 hours. Less than that, if you just include game time, because this video should be less than 2 hours, but there's also commentary, there's also things that I talk about the game beforehand. This was a really fun game, I really enjoyed it, and I took around 2 days to complete it, but it took a lot longer to actually make the guide. So enjoy the guide. The first thing I will do is I will go to options in advance and basically drill down my progress. So we start from ground zero so that you and I set. I'm assuming that we start from ground zero. If you have already marked up some of the achievements, there are faster ways to do it, but this is the fastest way probably to get all the achievements in when you don't have any achievements yet. So we can cut through some of this because we don't need to go through the intro. So when we start, we're going to go over few of the mechanics. So when the game starts, you basically start at this elevator, and each time you have to go through this elevator, we're going to call it an ending. I will, in the interest of trying to keep it as spoiler free as possible, not give away things, but we will have to know the location of a few items beforehand to cut something short. So here, controls basically if you want something to move to that, and if something has a circle around it with a name, then if you click on it, it's an interactable thing. And so here I want to pick out the fake rock by clicking on it, move it to the top, get the fake rock to find the house key. There we go. And next we're going to use the house key on the door that we do by clicking, dragging, and placing it on the door. This basically starts the game. The clock starts ticking, and this is where the game starts. So the first thing you want to do here is nothing. You do not want to do anything. Don't click on anything. This is required to get an achievement called listen, where you basically don't do anything but just listen to your wife on first playthrough, first time you enter the door.
I didn't hear you come in.
So if you do click on something by mistake, I would say go back, just delete all your progress and start over again. It's really simple. Let's just observe what's going on in this room. So the wife will usually come out of the bathroom door and see you, and she sees you, depending on where you are, before she switches on or off the light, she's going to decide to switch off the light in the bathroom or not. She's always going to come here, and if she sees you, she wants to stay in the living room. She'll switch on this light. This is the living room light, and she'll sit in the couch and she starts reading a book. This is usually what happens. If she doesn't see you, which is possible in some cases, she's going to go into the bedroom and keep reading the book. This is not too much of a spoiler, you can find this out. So she's basically gonna enjoy the evening by just reading the book. We'll learn a little bit more as we go on.
Well, if you want to get started, I could really go for massage right about now.
So just to give you an idea of what things are where, which you can do in your own time, but just loitering around, when you play the game, you can inspect most things here. So here you have a door, which is the closet door. You have a door to the bedroom. The bedroom is open. There's no light inside right now. This is the bathroom door. Obviously, your wife was using it. This is the fridge. And here there's a mug. Here there's a sink. You can combine the mug with the sink to actually fill it up with water, which is very straightforward. Here's a window. Here's a radio. And notice that there are 3 paintings in this room. So there's this painting over the couch. There's this painting over the next to the window. This painting on this wall next to the fridge. Now, in this game, there are a few achievements for looking at these paintings at certain points in time, because the paintings kind of change based on where you are in the game or what's happening in the game. Not all paintings actually have achievements. So, for example, this painting near the fridge, it doesn't have an achievement.
No, I shouldn't have said that. I did some things.
I will add some helpful pointers when you need to look at them. It will be part of the guide. So if you just follow the guide, you will snag all the achievements without missing anything.
What are you talking about?
You trust me?
Yes, more than anyone.
Okay, stay right here.
Okay. So, what's happening?
1 second. I'll tell you, just not here.
Where?
Anywhere, just not here. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
So technically, this is an end to the game. You basically finish the game in all of like 5 minutes. And now you should have snagged the achievement called Listen. Now, when we get back into continue, we're going to start at the elevator again. Notice it says continue and not begin. So here, we already know what we need to do to get inside the house. We're just going to walk forward again, click on the plan, grab the fake rock, click on the fake rock, grab the house key,
There we go.
click outside, grab the house key, use it on the front door to get in. Now the clock starts ticking. So I want to pause the game here and give you a few tips. There's a couple of things we need to do in this particular time around, and we kind of need to be fast because some things are very time sensitive in this game. And if we take too much time, some events may start happening and we won't have time to go back. If somehow you're not able to follow through on what I'm doing and something else happens for you, like something happens before it happens for me, I don't want it to be too much earlier, then you can just walk out the front door and try again. I would say I would even say like delete your progress and try again. If you already snagged the listening achievement, then you don't need to wait for the first time around. Your game basically starts here. So there's a couple of things to do. We need to look at a few paintings and we need to grab some items to just know where they are. And if you take too much time learning about these things, it's probably not a good idea. So I would say there's two ways to do this. One, just follow me through and don't like try to learn where the items are, or spend this loop, try to learn where the items are, and then delete your progress and start over again, right? If you're not able to follow me really quickly, you can just pause the game and watch the video, look at what I'm doing exactly, and then go back to the video and try to repeat it. You can also pause in between playing. So here, the first time,
Babe, I'm home. Love you.
you're here, you want to switch on the light,
I'll be out in a second.
you want to keep looking at this painting. Now this painting has a certain season and there are 2 trees. This is something that you need to look at. This is tied to an achievement called seasons. The wife wants to interact with you, so stop whatever you're doing.
I didn't hear you come in. Best night ever. Guess who made dessert? Let me know when you're in the mood.
So we kind of know that we need to have dessert with our wife. Let's just go on and look at the painting here. It's the first time we're looking at it. It's a painting of an egg. This is counting towards an achievement called Ouroboros. And then you want to open the fridge and know that there's a Polaroid here. You don't need to interact with it right now. Grab the 2 plates, click on the fridge. Now you can also click on the book.
I finally remembered
What you reading?
Oh, it's not really your thing.
Oh, try me.
You're gonna make fun of me. It's a book of meditations. Zen stuff.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
You can click on the book again in order to get a quote from the book,
On meditations.
which will be useful towards the ending.
I don't know. I've always been curious about it. My dad was always into that sort of thing.
My Zen wife, huh?
Look, there's a line. It is only by forgetting that we ever really drop the thread of time and approach the experience of living in the present moment. Babe.
Yeah, you're right. Not my thing.
Cool. Good talk, honey.
As you were.
You can grab the mug from next to her and you can open this door. This is basically the closet door. And you can step in and you can find a phone there. You can also grab the other mug.
Thunder.
She's not expecting thunder,
Storm tonight.
which is kind of useful information for us. And you can step into the bathroom. You can close the door. And here you have a medicine cabinet. Inside the medicine cabinet, you can explore. There's a set of sleeping pills, and you want to click on the ventilation grid. And there's nothing here. You want to grab the house keys and use it on the ventilation grid in order to open it. And there's an object in the top right. You want to click that, and
Looks old.
you have a pocket watch. So from here, you can actually use the mug on the sink to fill it with water. You can do the same thing for the other mug. And you want to go out the door. Now you want to step into the bedroom to explore it a little bit. And when you explore the bedroom, you want to switch on this light. And you want to take a look at this painting. There's also a flower here, which we'll get to shortly. It's required for an achievement, but nothing to do with it right now. Now you want to talk to your wife and basically tell her it's a good time for dessert.
All right, I'm ready to get wowed by this dessert.
Just give me 1 second.
Now, you better set the table. So set the plate on the table. Set the other plate on the table. Set the 2 mugs on the table. And switch off this light. And turn on the radio. And grab the right chair. That's your chair.
Oh, wow.
If we don't set the table, she's going to take a little while to set up the table. That's why we actually do it ourselves. In the process, we also figured out, we explored a little of the house, so it's kind of useful. Now she's using a mug. You can also click on the mug to use it to drink the water. You can also click on the spoon once she starts eating. If you do any of this before she does it, she's going to get angry that you started eating without her, and she's going to leave, which we don't want to do. Now we just want to see what happens. The wife is going to give us a present. I'm sorry, I meant for this to be spoiler free, but if you're looking at an achievement guide, probably don't. Probably have already seen everything, or you don't care about the spoilers. So you just want to click on the present and open it.
So?
And you want to click on the name Dahlia.
Baby clothes?
Yeah. I'm pregnant! We're having a baby!
So here she says that she's pregnant, and this is important information that we need. That's the only reason we're doing all of this. We need that information in order to get a different variation of the painting to show up. You can do whatever you want here. I'm just going to always say good things.
It's gonna be great.
You think so?
You kidding me? You're incredible, and I'm, decent. The baby that we make is gonna be amazing. And it will be so loved.
Yeah.
You just heard the elevator, and then you hear a doorbell. So somebody's coming to visit.
I'm with the police. Turn around, please.
What? Me?
Yes, you. Hands behind your back. Let's go. Hold still.
Somebody's accusing a wife of something. It's a policeman. He's arresting her.
What is
Now
going
you.
on?
Hands behind your back, please.
Help me.
Don't move.
Will you come help me?
No, come on. Don't.
There's nothing much we can do because you see it's a blank circle. There's no spot inside, so I can actually click on anything to do anything useful.
This is a mistake.
You can just watch the rest of the scene play out. I don't think there's anything you can do here.
This is a misunderstanding. Look, I don't know.
You're under arrest for your father's murder 8 years ago.
No. That can't be right.
Shut up. You know what this is. Now, where's your father's watch?
My father? Please.
He's basically accusing her of murdering her father 8 years ago, and he's asking for a watch. I think we found the watch already,
Please don't hurt us.
but we don't know if she's the one who put it there.
He can't help you.
So we need to wait.
Just come with me. Tell me where the watch is, and we all go our separate ways.
I'm telling you, I don't know about any watch.
Okay. Let's just see.
Look, I don't know. No, please. Will you? Please. Okay. Just stop, please. I'll tell you. Just don't hurt him, please. The watch is in the...
Okay, she just said the watch is in the... So she's probably the person who put it inside the vent in the first place, so we know she's hiding the watch. And this cop is accusing her of murdering her father 8 years ago. Now, we don't want to get caught up in this, so we want to stay alive. We just want to give the watch to him and escape.
Oh, fuck, that was brutal.
Oh God. You're okay. You're
So you want to click on the switch and then click on a painting to look at it. Now it's going to have a small baby tree that represents your baby. That's the second version of the painting.
Hey there.
So you want to let the wife interrupt you at this point.
I didn't hear you come.
You can fast forward this dialogue because you already know what it is.
What?
To fast forward, you basically click the mouse and it should show a solid play
I
sign.
was just. How is this possible?
Now it's showing a stroked play sign. You want to grab the mug here, grab the other mug here, and fill up one of the mugs with water at the sink.
Guess who has two thumbs and remember to pay the electric bill today?
Then you want to get into the bathroom, close the door, switch on the lights if they are off, open the medicine cabinet, grab the sleeping pills. Then look down for the ventilation grid and use your house keys on the ventilation grid. Grab the watch at the top right and just click outside. Now you want to use the sleeping pills on the mug with the water, and you want to walk into the living room. And you want to offer the mug with pills to your wife.
Water?
Oh, yeah.
Then you want to walk into the bedroom, switch on the light, and it's going to zap you, and you can switch it off again. And you want to head back into the living room. The wife will probably tell you she's going to crash.
So tired all of a sudden. Oh, we'll talk.
You can click on the door, which is the closet door, to open it. The wife is going to close the door, but you want to open this door after she closes it. Now ensure that you have a light in the bathroom. It should be on. You want to have the lights on in the living room, and then you want to step into this door. Step into the closet, I mean. You want to click on the clothes. To notice that there's a phone here, but we don't need to use it right now. Just click on the door to close the door and wait for it. Now because we know the cop is going to come here, we're just going to wait for the cop. And we left all the lights here and we left the door open so that the cop, when he walks in, will instantly see the wife kind of passed out.
Open up.
You don't want to step out, you don't want to click on anything. Now remember that the light switch zaps us every time we switch it on. We're hoping that the cop
I know you're home.
switches it on and gets zapped. You see that? He instantly noticed the wife. And we want to walk outside. The second time, it's a stronger zap, that's why he falls unconscious. Now you want to click on the unconscious cop and grab just one item from him, which is a single handcuff. Do not take anything else from him. Then drag the handcuffs that you have onto him to actually tie him up. Notice that he has several other items like a knife, revolver, and a phone. We don't want to use anything right now. And just click on the cop when he's unconscious, when he's conscious again. Now we want to click on the cop and say you were innocent.
I'm sorry that I cuffed you, but I'm innocent. I just found out about all of this. I don't have all her fault, so...
Listen, I can help you. Just work with me.
Okay, I will do whatever you want.
Smart. I'm gonna get up slowly. Don't do.
So really don't do anything stupid. He can kill you and you have to start this all over again. We take the watch and we're going to give him the watch.
You know where the watch? All I'm here.
So you can tell him you know where it is
We'll get...
and you'll give him the watch.
Listen carefully. I need a few. Go sit on.
So at this point you want to get back into the living room. And I missed this, but the first time you're in the closet, you can actually pick up the phone from the clothes. Please do that and then walk out to the door. You want to kind of click outside and walk out and stay in the couch The phone is important to actually escaping this problem. Was it a gunshot? I hope he didn't kill a wife.
I need a phone. Where's your phone?
Oh, you want to give him the phone.
Here's what's going to happen.
You can fast forward through some of this dialogue. So this is a solid play sign, you click on it.
I'm clear.
Just make sure you stay away from the dialogue options which show up here, so you don't actually click on a dialogue option without wanting to.
Emergency.
I want to tell them your wife committed suicide and just forward through the rest of the dialogue.
Sending.
I just.
Sir. All right. Stay.
You fucked up your life, man. You're lucky. Do better now.
Are you? No. I let her. All for nothing.
Okay, so we tried to escape from the cop, but that doesn't seem to help us escape out of this time loop. So we're still stuck in the time loop. And we need to basically get more information from the wife and figure out how to actually escape. So at this point, we can just talk to the wife and try to figure out what actually happened. And in order to do that, we need to convince her that we're on her side and we kind of know the truth. So the first thing you want to do is talk to the wife, wait until she sits on the couch. You can talk to her instantly, it's just going to waste more time. Let me explain that to you. So you can click on the wife and question her about the past, and you want to tell her you know what she's hiding in the web. Then you can basically fast forward.
I need you to listen.
You're basically telling her that you've been living the same 10 minutes over and over. We want to choose what to prove it. Now we can use the present, or you can just click on the window to say there's going to be thunder.
The forecast is clear.
Yeah.
So this is probably very slow way. It's only going to happen around the 2-minute mark. So if you want to do it faster, I think you can actually go into the drawer, grab the present.
Better wait for the thunder first.
Okay, I think if you don't want to use the window and the thunder, you can actually click on the present there. And that's another way to get the wife to believe that you know
So, when's it gonna start?
you've been living this time over and over again. So anytime you hit escape, you know actually how much time has passed. Now it's around 1.5 minutes. So it's going to take around 30 seconds or less.
Okay, you're right. Any second now.
We could use the rain. Oh, thunder. Oh, okay.
Okay, now that she believes us, she's basically going to tell us the story which we need in order to progress in the game.
It was nothing. I blamed him. And I poked at him. Nobody could. Oh,
Hey,
yeah. He had caught me trying to. I just poked at him.
Jesus.
Anyway. And I just made it pull away. I was gonna turn a few weeks later, and things. I killed. Never thought I'd. And now you know. Please, talk to me.
Okay, at this point, you know the Polaroid was taken on New Year, so you can just walk out. You don't need any more info. It's okay.
Jesus Christ.
You want to grab the mug, and you want to grab the other mug. You want to fill one of the mugs with sink, with water from the sink, and you want to get a Polaroid from the fridge. By this time, the wife will be out, and she will interrupt you. If she interrupts you earlier, just grab the Polaroid.
Not.
Okay.
You can fast forward this, and you have the Polaroid now, and step into the bathroom. You can close the door. Notice that you switch the lights off. You want to switch the light back on again, and you want to open the medicine cabinet. And now grab the sleeping pills, and once you grab them, just put the sleeping pills into the mug. You want to step out into the living room. This is all like pretty smooth. You know you've done this already. So just grab the mug with pills and put it on the wife.
Water?
Oh, Yeah, thanks. I was about to grab some.
Now we want to step into the bedroom, switch on the light, and turn it off again. We want to get back into the living room and wait for the wife to crash.
Hey, I finally remembered to put the spare key outside. I'm so tired all of a sudden. Oh, just gonna lie down for a sec. Well,
If she closes the door, reopen it after she closes it, and then step into the closet and close the door. Now we wait for the cop. Now this time around, we have a bunch of things to do with the cop once he's unconscious, and we need to be really fast. If we're kind of slow, we will miss the event or the time window, and we need to redo this over again. So kind of watch closely what I'm doing and try to follow as quickly as possible. It's not too hard, but it's kind of time sensitive. Recall that we left the bathroom light on, the living room light on, and the bedroom door open so that the cop is able to instantly spot her.
Come on, I know you're home. Open the door. What the?
As soon as he gets zapped, you want to step out and click on the cop. You want to grab all the items off of him as soon as possible. Basically just go on clicking, click, 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 and phone. So now you want to drag one of the handcuffs and use it on it. As soon as you're done with wrapping the handcuffs, like slapping the handcuffs on him, you want to grab the phone that he had. So once you're out of this animation, grab the phone and click on messages, read all the messages one by one. Click on this number and make this call.
Oh, Dad!
So when the cop is picking up, just click on the cop and ask about the watch.
Why do you want the watch?
Let me go.
So you want to leave this conversation, he's not listening to you, grab the revolver and shoot him in the leg.
What? Don't. Oh, God.
That makes the cop more cooperative, so now you want to ask the questions.
What do you want?
You want to ask about the watch.
Why do you want the
Shit.
yeah, the watch?
Fuck. You have any...
Money? You'd murder?
You really...
No.
Your wife, her father, closest...
You
Knew him.
Ask about his relationship with the father.
knew her father.
Yeah. I owe... Now, will you...
Ask about the murder charges.
You really... 8 years...
How was her father murdered?
How did her father?
Her... Christmas Eve. Didn't kill him, though. Then on New Year, 2 shots.
Wait, what? But by New Year's, she was
She's a murderer.
You cannot choose to leave the conversation. Now, he just told us that the wife shot the father on Christmas Eve, but he didn't die. And then she came back on New Year's Eve and finished the job. But the wife told us that the photo she took was on the fridge. That actually proves that she was here on New Year's, and the Polaroid is kind of the proof. Now we want to show the Polaroid to him as proof that she wasn't here and somebody else could have killed, right? And to do that, we want to leave the conversation and click on the Polaroid. Now we want to look at this Polaroid, click on the Polaroid,
Wait,
and now he realizes that this is actually the proof.
this proves she.
Now we want to click outside and use a Polaroid on the cop. That will...
Look at this picture. What about? Look at the.
That's...
But she.
I don't know.
No shit.
Now you can ask who could have killed the father.
Everything...
Now, once he says everything points to her, there's nothing more we can do about him. We just want to move out and reset.
Please. Oh, fuck me. Are you...
Now we know that the Polaroid proves that the wife didn't kill the father, so we just need to make the cop listen to the wife's side of the story. In order to do this, we need to get the daughter. Remember, we called someone from the phone of the cop, and they said, "Hey, Dad." So that's basically... You want to close the door, grab the phone, and from inside the closet, we want to call the daughter. called Bumblebee. That's the daughter.
Hello?
Hey, I got your.
What?
You want to say her father wants to arrest your wife.
He's coming,
This isn't.
You want to say your wife is innocent.
but
I don't know.
he doesn't. Please, could
No,
please? He's making.
I mean, I'll call him.
Okay, now you want to walk out. And because she didn't see you, your wife is going to be in the bedroom. You want to talk to her and prove that the day is restarting. Prove the day is restarting.
Stuck in a
Tell her what happened the night she ran away.
how he.
I don't know
It was Christmas Eve. He hit.
how.
I look.
On my side? Oh God, look, I didn't. Please, talk to me.
When she says, please talk to me, click on her and say, talk about her past, and then say, tell her the Polaroid.
Kill him
What?
when you shot him,
No,
The Polaroid proves that she didn't kill him.
and somebody else came in,
somebody else?
but it wasn't. You weren't.
I need to sit down.
So once she sits down on the couch, you want to follow her. You want to click, maybe switch on the light and then talk to her. You don't need to switch on the light. I just like the room lit up. So then talk about the cop.
In the next few minutes.
He's how.
Yes.
Explain the cop's connection to her father.
When he died, this is personal.
Yeah. Well, same.
Then you want to say, let's wait for him to arrive.
Wait.
This is.
So basically, this setup that we're trying to achieve here, we want to tell her about the relationship with her father so that she feels some inclination to actually give him the watch because he may need it as a reminder of the father or something else, something like that. And only when she does that does he give us more information. And right now we call the daughter so that she can convince the cop to listen to us. If she doesn't do this and we don't call her in order to make her do this, then the cop is not going to listen to anything we say.
Oh, okay, I'll listen to him, but honey.
So you need to wait until the doorbell rings in order to trigger the specific chain of events that we need. If you open the door before this happens, it triggers a different set of events which you don't want to happen. So after he says love you more, he's going to take a little while and then ring the doorbell. You're free to click on the front door after he rings the doorbell. So you're free to click on it now.
Is that him?
You don't need to do anything after this. Just watch the rest of the scene play out.
Let's talk. Get on the ground, please.
Oh, wait, stop. I have something you need to see.
What did you say?
I didn't kill my father. I have proof. There's a picture of me the day he died. I was hundreds of miles away.
Show me.
On the fridge. Please, look.
Don't move. I'll be damned.
Listen, I know my father was important to you. I miss him too.
But I always thought you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But then,
I don't know. But it wasn't me.
I'm sorry. I really am. My daughter, she's all I care about. She's dying. Cancer. And the insurance won't. I can't pay for the treatment.
This is an important fact for us to know because we know that the cop wants the watch for the treatment of the daughter.
God, if she knew I was doing this, thank you for not. If you told her what I was really here for, she'd never talk to me again. I'm going now.
Wait just a second.
So this wait just a second that she says is kind of necessary for us, which is why we told her about the relationship of the father. Now we also know that telling the daughter will make him stop coming after us. So maybe we can try to use that and have a nice evening.
Need it more than I do. She does.
That way maybe we don't lose the watch.
Pretty good at finding people, obviously. I'll find out who killed your father.
Thank you.
Actually, there's one thing that might help.
What?
When I found him, he lost a lot of blood. I tried to stop the bleeding, but anyway, he was saying something.
What was he saying?
Just the word monster, over and over. I always wondered what it meant.
It's my brother. Oh my God.
You have a brother.
My mom was right. She was right all along. When my father and my nanny were having their affair, There was a baby.
Okay, that's a revelation.
Baby. I knew about the affair, but he never mentioned a child.
My mother hated him for it. Hated the kid too. Always yelling at my dad about the monster. That's him.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. But I'll find him. For you and for him.
Thank you. Wow. So what happens now? Is it over?
I think it. Now we can.
Yeah.
So we think it's an ending because none of us died.
You listen.
Told you.
Yeah. Really.
I really love you.
Okay, but we're still stuck in the time loop. And the other information we have now, the brother called Monster could have killed the father, and it was not the wife. But we want to get out of this as quickly as possible. So one of the ways that we can do that is probably just call the daughter and tell her why he's actually here, which will make him stop doing this for whatever reason, right? So let's try that.
I don't know. I just don't know.
First, let's make some progress towards the achievements. Switch on the light and look at the painting. It's now changed to autumn. The leaves have fallen off from most of the trees, and you see that's taking us closer to an achievement called Seasons.
Hey there. I didn't hear you.
Not now.
Okay.
So you want to walk into the bedroom, switch on the light, and look at the painting there. That would have changed as well. So here, the lady is actually leaving the guy. That takes us closer to another achievement called Faun. So now we want to get into the closet and find the phone. You want to grab the phone and get into the bathroom where the wife can't see you. You want to close the door. You want to use the phone to call Bumpy B.
Hello?
Hey, your dad said, please, he is gonna hurt her.
What are you talking about?
You're going to say, tell her why your father's really doing this.
What? No. My dad, he wouldn't do that.
My wife has this expensive pocket watch, and you
What are you
just call him.
Fine.
I want to step into the living room.
I was not expecting a storm tonight.
I want to collect the mugs from the sink, next to the sink. And open the fridge for the desk plates. Now we're basically setting up the dinner scene. So you want to fill the mugs up with water.
Hey, I finally remembered to put the spare key outside.
And you want to place the mugs on the table. And you want to place the dinner plates, dessert plates on the table. I keep mixing up dinner and dessert for no reason. Then you want to talk to the wife and tell her it's a good time for dessert. Other topics, tell her it's a good time for dessert.
Ready for your dessert.
You saw it.
You can fast forward some of this now because you already know what it's going to say. You want to switch out the lights. You want to turn on the radio and take the right chair. We already know a little bit of what's going to happen. This is going to come down. Thanks for setting up the table
Oh,
and start eating.
thanks for setting everything up.
You can click on the spoon to eat and the mug to drink.
So, when is it? I have to just open it.
Click on the present to open it. Click on the name.
Baby clothes.
Yeah, I'm pregnant. So, how you feel?
Tell her what you think. It's going to be great.
Hey,
You think so?
you kidding me? You're incredible.
You can fast forward through most of the dialogue because you've already heard it. You know exactly what's going to happen.
I love you.
Last time the cop interrupted us. Hopefully now he doesn't.
Hey. Hey, don't laugh at me. Do you
With pleasure.
You lead.
You want to walk over to the center, in between the couch and the dining table, and they stop dancing.
Honey, I think you've got prank called. Lady? What did they threaten you? It's been a while, huh?
I cannot remember the last time we danced.
Honey, that's impossible. Of course it's not.
You know, it's not just the two of us dancing now.
I wouldn't.
So the daughter is convincing the cop not to do this,
He's riding shotgun.
and it's not going to disturb us.
So there is.
I won't hurt anyone for you. I promise. I double promise. Yeah.
She.
I'll be right.
Why'd you say she?
You know, I'm just...
Finally, we're getting to a happy ending, where we don't have to deal with this shit.
Want a boy?
No, boys are fine.
The cop is gone, as you can hear the elevator ding.
If she is a girl, she
So
won't like you.
there's no impedances anymore to
People
our
like you.
Man,
happy ending.
you do know the right things to say.
It helps to have a muse like you.
I forgot. Damn, you seem... What happened?
Tell her how much you love her.
Oh, God.
You know what happens? Follow me.
Head into the bedroom and just click on the wife after she lays on the bed. This is unskippable, and I just wish we can quickly fast forward this, but this is not possible because it's the first time it's happening.
Hey.
Hey, yourself.
But this is the happy ending.
Hi, honey.
Now, we knew about the information regarding the brother being the monster who could be the killer, etc., but we are not using it right now because we want to get to a happy ending. And there's also an achievement associated with this ending called Groundhog. Once this ending is over, you will actually unlock that achievement.
Just... Can you hold me?
Yeah. Always.
I really love you, you know?
I do know. I really love... What? No. No. What else do I... I did everything right. I did everything right.
Okay, so this is a shocking revelation that a happy ending actually doesn't help. By the time you're here, you already would have unlocked the Groundhog achievement, if not just wait for a while. But now we need to basically figure out what else to do. And we have more information about the brother who could have been the killer, and we want to, you know, dig through that thread and figure out if there's some more truth to it. What else can we find out? In order to do that, we need to again convince the cop to listen to us, and we need to nudge our wife to actually talk about the brother before the cop introduces him to us. So the quickest way to do that is to basically get into the closet door, and the wife basically saw us. It doesn't matter at this point. We can just grab the phone and just walk out. The wife is going to interrupt us.
Not now.
You can fast forward this and just get into the bathroom. Now that she's seen us, we can't actually hide in the closet anymore. But we can't close the bathroom door. And call Bumblebee as usual. Call Bumblebee and tell her that your wife is innocent. You can fast forward once she picks up
Please.
and say your wife is innocent.
My wife...
I don't know.
He doesn't have...
Okay. But lose my number?
Now you want to click on the door, walk out into the living room, and prove that the day is returning to your wife. Prove the day is restarting,
Stuck.
and tell her what happened tonight.
I know how you...
What are you...
It was Chris, and he hit you.
How could you know
He's telling a slightly longer story because he has more information now.
Survived your brother. He.
I have a phone.
I have. He's the that polar. It proves. What? I know. A man is about.
What?
He was close to you, and when you're dead.
I need to sit down.
So when she says, I need to sit down, wait for her to actually sit down. Once she sits down, you can talk to her and talk about the past and find more about the brother being the killer.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was too young. I mean, maybe he was.
You can go back to the previous topic, talk about the cop, and say, tell her the cop wants to say
His daughter has.
That's.
his daughter.
I can't imagine.
Now you wait for him to arrive. This time you kind of do the same thing. You wait for the cop to show up and ring the doorbell,
We can start.
and only after that open the front door.
Clean slate.
The doctor is calling him and convincing him to listen to us, which is nice.
I've never.
What do you
I've never been
Honey.
able to say that out loud before.
think you got
So, thank you
What did they
for listening.
Listen to what? Oh, okay, I'll listen to him, but honey. Yeah, don't worry, Bumblebee. I'll take care of this. I love you more.
So you're free to open the front door after he rings the doorbell.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You can fast forward a little bit, but it stops here.
You need to see?
Now after this, it's all like new events.
I didn't kill my father.
What?
He had a.
So we just need to listen and learn new information.
That's your killer.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't care what you believe. The bastard destroyed everything I loved. Destroyed my mother. She called him the monster, and he was.
Monster.
What?
Oh, it's just. That was the last thing I heard him say. It never occurred to me that it meant. That.
Listen. I know my father was important to you. I miss him too.
But I always thought you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But then,
I don't know. But it wasn't me. Look, I know why you're doing this. I get it.
you couldn't possibly.
You can't make us pay for what your daughter's going through. Don't take it out on us.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. God. If my daughter knew what I was doing, she wouldn't understand. She'd never forgive me. I'm going now.
Wait just a second.
So because we gave her new info about the brother and the monster being the possible killer, she's gonna ask him like different set of questions.
Here, take the watch. You need it more than I do. She does.
I'll look for your brother. I'll start with the nanny, go from there.
How much do you remember about her?
It's been a long time.
Do you remember her name?
Something flowery. Daphne, Daisy, something like that. I'll dig into it. I'll let you know when I know more.
Wow. So what happens now? Is it over?
No. I have no. No. Oh, no. The nanny. Flower.
Okay, so now we have new information that the nanny's name was something about a flower. Hit to the bottom right and you click on clothes and get the phone. Call Bumblebee. Say your wife is innocent.
Hello?
Hey,
Fucking
please.
Say your wife is innocent.
Why?
I don't know.
Hey, well, please. He doesn't.
Okay. But lose.
Okay, now what we need to do is basically repeat the exact same loop, everything we did previously, but with one small change. Talk to the wife, prove that the days were starting,
Stuck?
tell her what happened the night she ran away.
I know how.
What are you?
No, it was.
Wait for him to say the whole thing, and wait for her to go and sit on the couch.
He survived your brother. polar. It proves. All right, he's gonna. But he's actually his daughter had. He was close.
Yeah. I need to sit down.
So once she says she needs to sit down, open the drawer and click on the present. Now click on the present to get the baby clothes. Now you already know that the name of your mother is Dahlia, and it's also a flower, so maybe it's the same thing.
And some cop guy is coming?
So now you want to click on the wife and talk about her past, find more about the brother being the killer.
I don't know. I don't even know his name.
Okay.
I was too. I mean, maybe he was.
Previous topic, talk about the cop, wait for it to arrive.
Now we wait.
Okay.
This time you didn't have the option to tell her about the cop wanting the watch to pay for the daughter's treatment because you already told that. Like the exact same thing that happened last time, you want to wait until he rings the door bell, and once he rings the doorbell, then you're free to open the front door. But this time, when he says something flowery, be ready to grab your baby clothes and show it to him.
Oh, okay, I'll listen to him, but honey... Yeah, don't worry, Bumblebee. I'll take care of this. I love you more.
So after loving more a few seconds, he's gonna ring the doorbell. Now you're free to open the door.
Right,
Is that
open
him?
up. Okay.
You can fast forward a little bit,
Oh shit. Wait, stop.
but you want to walk over to the right side and stay closer to your wife.
I did
This is a
know.
place where it's easiest to actually interact with him and give him the baby clothes when the time is right.
Your killer.
You expect me to believe
Notice that he will say something flowery, and that's the instant when you have to actually give him the baby clothes. If you miss the timing, he's gonna walk out and you need to do all of this all over again.
The monster, and he was.
monster?
What?
When I say all of this all over again, I mean repeat this entire loop.
That was the last thing I heard him say. It never occurred to me
Not play the game from the beginning.
that...
Listen. I know my father was important to you. I miss him too.
But I always thought you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But then...
I don't know. But it wasn't me. Look, I know why you're doing this. I get it.
You couldn't possibly.
You can't make us pay for what your daughter's going through. Don't take it out on us.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. God. If my daughter knew what I was doing, she wouldn't understand. She'd never forgive me. I'm going now.
Wait, just a second.
Be ready with the baby clothes when he says something flowery. It's very easy to miss this. I missed this like a couple of times. I mean, dozen times while trying to make this guide. It's a pain.
Here, take the watch. You need it more than I do. She does.
I'll look for your brother. I'll start with the nanny, go from there.
How much do you remember about her?
It's been a long time.
Do you...
Watch for the something flowery.
Something flowery.
Okay, now head into baby clothes and grab and drop it on the cop.
Daphne, Daisy,
Sure.
something like that.
Look at this.
Cute. So what?
The name. Look at the name.
What
Is
the-
that the nanny?
Who?
The nanny from the old man's affair.
Oh, yes. Dahlia. That's it. Her name was Dahlia.
Why are you
No,
saying this?
no,
Is
no,
some
no,
kind of...
please, God.
Is this funny to you?
She was my
Mother.
no, no, no.
Okay, now the time rewinds until you're back with your father.
I know this is a lot to drop on you.
This section is again unskippable.
I gotta know that we're on the same page concerning these feelings. So consider your answer to this question very carefully. What do you want with my daughter?
I can't just stop feeling for her. I love her. I love her with everything in me.
I don't care about your feelings. Feel however you feel. Feelings don't matter. What are you going to do? You.
You can say anything here, it doesn't matter.
Want to know my answer?
You know that? Yes, I do.
Maybe I can just tell her the truth.
Oh, you
I always select tell her the truth,
How you think that's
but it actually doesn't matter what you select at this point.
We'd overcome it.
You are so naive. Such a child.
It's the right thing to do.
No, this is. You fucking idiot.
Stop.
You are so naive, so stupid.
No. Oh, no. What the fuck?
Okay, this particular loop, we actually can't do anything. We just need to wait for the events to play out.
How could I? No. You can't fucking me. How could I forget?
Honey, babe, are you?
No, you stay back.
Hey, it's me. It's me. It's okay. It's okay.
No, don't touch me.
Let me help. What is it?
Stay away.
Talk to me.
No.
Whoa. Tell me what's going on. Hey.
But it can't be true. It can't be true.
Okay, now we know that we are the monster who killed the father. So what we want to do right now is to basically try to confess our way out of this and make sure that the wife doesn't have to pay for it. And we do that by basically convincing the cop to listen to us, telling our wife that we're the monster and we killed the father, and by then giving the pocket watch to the cop and then saying, you know what, I killed the father, which has something to do with the wife. That's it. So open the door, get into the closet, close the door. I can click on the clothes, grab the phone, and call Bumblebee.
Oh, fuck. Fucking light switch.
Hello?
Hey, please.
What?
Say your wife is innocent.
My wife.
I don't know.
He doesn't.
Okay. But lose.
Now you can step out and talk to the wife. Notice that the wife didn't see me and she went into the bedroom door. If she actually saw me, I wouldn't make the call inside the closet. I would just go into the bedroom, go into the bathroom, close the door, and make the call from there. So now you want to talk to the wife, talk about her past. It now says her and not wife. Talk about her past. Tell her what really happened.
I don't know how to say that. I've forgotten a lot. Things that.
What are you?
Say you killed your father.
Look, I'm the man that killed.
What kind of sick?
Look, is it?
You've been lying to me. You.
Say it's your fault.
It's all my. God, you're my only family. If I could go back,
Go back. I'm having.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry? Jeez.
Say you'll confess to the cop.
He's gonna try and.
What? How do you even?
I don't have my. Look, I can't undo it, but I'll clear your name.
Who are you?
Just let me try to. I ruined it.
You're just fine.
Now just walk into the bathroom and close the door. Grab the pocket watch from the ventilation. By now you should know how to do this. Grab the phone, use it on the ventilation grid. And grab the pocket watch from here. Now as soon as you start looking at it, click outside. Open the door. Head into the living room. You can switch on the light in the living room. And look at the painting under the couch. It's now winter. So this should actually get you the achievement for looking at 4 seasons in this painting. And you want to look at the painting In the kitchen, there's a small snake eye looking out of the egg. That's the second version of this painting. Takes us one step closer to Ouroboros. Now we're gonna head into the bedroom and look at the painting here. There's only a grieving groom. There's no wife. So this is the third version of the painting and should fetch you the achievement called Faun, which is for looking at 3 versions of that painting. Now you pretty much just have to wait for the cop to arrive. Make sure you have the pocket watch. So it's like a minute for the cop to arrive. For the cop to arrive really quickly, you can actually turn this on and turn this off.
Oh my god. Whoa, hey. Are you okay?
I just got myself shocked to forward time a little bit.
Thank God I was wearing shoes, right?
No kidding. Just glad you're okay.
Okay, now the cop shows up. And the daughter is going to convince him to listen to us.
What's up? What do you... Honey, I think he's a prank call. What the... Did you threaten? Listen to us. Oh, okay, I'll listen to him, but honey... Yeah, don't worry, Bumblebee. I'll take care of this. Love you more.
Once again, wait for him to ring the doorbell.
All right,
Let's do
open
this.
up. Okay. Let's get on the...
Wait, stop. I have something you need to see.
What did you say?
So you can't talk to the cop right now. You have to wait until he turns to you to talk.
My father, but please, just listen to what my husband has to say.
When it's your turn to speak, click on the cop and tell him you killed the father.
It was me. What? The last words he was saying, monster. I'm the monster. That's what his wife, when she found out.
Jesus, you killed your father and...
Say it's your fault.
This is all shit.
Do you have it?
Tell him over the watch.
We won't tell no one.
I'm going to... Remember, I can find you.
What
Now,
just happened?
she's gonna ask you to walk out. And it's better you walk out.
Get out of here.
Now you tried confessing, and that should have gotten you the achievement called confessed.
Fuck. I did everything right. What else do you want? I did everything right.
But we're still stuck in the loop, so we need to get out of it. Before that, however, you want to make progress towards a specific achievement called corner. You want to grab the mug and fill it with water in the sink. Then you want to walk into the bedroom and switch on the light. And then you want to drag the mug filled with water into the flower to actually water the plant. Doing this the first time will get you the achievement called Fluidity. There's a high chance that the wife interrupts you while you're doing this.
Come in. Best night ever. Guess who made dessert?
Great.
Okay.
If she does, grab the mug with water again and then pour it over the flower again. So then click on the flower to look at it. It's probably wilted by now because we've not watered it in quite a while. But this is the first time and you want to walk out the front door in order to reset it. The first time you water the plant, you will get the achievement called Fluidity.
And we're back.
You want to keep doing it over and over again until you actually see the buds and grow into flowers. Grab the mug, fill the mug with water from the sink, walk into the bedroom, switch on the light, drag the mug filled with water into the flower, then click on the flower. Now you see 3 buds. Now, the reason we weren't watering the plants earlier was because we need 3 buds to turn into flowers. The way you get 3 buds is to actually have 3 specific things to have happen. The first thing is basically you admit to the cop that you have nothing to do with this and you let yourself off the hook, but the wife dies, which is the coward ending where we called 911 and said a wife committed suicide. The second ending we need to have accomplished for the bud to show up is this ending called Groundhog, where we sent the cop home by telling the daughter what his real intentions were, and then we had a good time with the wife by having dessert and then dancing and then going to bed. The third part to show up needs this specific ending called confess, where we actually discover that with the monster, and then we confess to the wife, and then we confess to the cop that we're the one who murdered the father. But these are not real endings. They are like endings that bring you back into the loop, but for you to figure out that this doesn't actually end the game. And after confess, we have a very short window in order to get these buds to become flowers. And if we actually get to any other ending before doing something here, we lose the ability to actually have the 3 buds in the plant again. So this is kind of the only place where you can do it. So I'm kind of optimizing the loop in order to water the plants back to back, so that we actually see them grow into flowers and get the garden achievement. And after we have the achievement, we're going to move forward in the story towards the actual other endings. I hope that makes sense. Let's continue on. So every time you water the plant, you want to be able to look at the plant, see the progress.
Done now.
Okay.
So you want to look at, and there you see the 3 buds. Now you want to, this is the second time, so I want to go out and reset again. I want to grab the mug.
We're back.
This is trial number 3. You want to grab the mug and grab the mug, fill it with water from the sink. Then you want to go back into the bedroom. You can also reverse the order in the sense that you can water the plant first and then switch on the light. But you want to look at it with the light so that you know the progress. So you see the buds have slightly grown. You want to fast forward this and kind of walk out the door to reset it again. So now we've done this like 3 times. I think it takes up to 5 times to do this. So this is the 4th try.
And we're back.
You want to grab the mug. You want to grab the mug and fill it with water from the sink. You want to step into the bedroom. Water the plant again from the mug. Switch on the lights and take a look at the plant. The wife will probably interrupt you at this point.
Not now.
Okay.
It might look like the flowers are already grown, but that's not the case.
Can't get to that door.
So you want to walk out and reset. Once you're back, grab the mug again. It's trial number 5. I think this is the trial in which you will actually get the achievement gardener. Use the mug on the sink to fill it up with water. Walk into the bedroom door. Use the mug with water on the flower. Switch on the light and look at the plant. Now they're fully grown and you should get the achievement by now. So now we have some serious things to do. Now that we know that we can't confess and get our way out of this loop, the one thing we can do is try to get back to the father, and instead of saying you tell her this, that, you want to say maybe there's a future where we aren't together. And to do that, you need to basically get into the bathroom and get to the pocket watches. You don't need to close the door, but it's safer that way. Close the door and open the medicine cabinet, look below for the ventilation grid, and use your house keys to open the ventilation grid and get the watch. This time you want to keep looking at the watch and not click outside until the time rewinds to 11:58, which is the time you met the father. So now you will have options and you need to say, maybe it's better we aren't together.
There it is. You're back. Look, I know this is a terrible shock, but we need to be on the same page. These feelings for my daughter, your sister. Look,
Again, this is not entirely skippable. You need to wade through it.
Yeah, I guess there is a world where I leave and where she doesn't get to know why.
There is. And I know. I know it's hard. Thank you for understanding why it needs to be this way. This whole... I've made so many mistakes. But for what it's worth, I'm glad you turned out so well.
So this is actually an ending, but it's not necessarily the true ending of the game. This is an ending where you try to leave your wife out of all this and be alone. So this is called the alone ending, and it helps you achieve this achievement called alone. Yeah, so you basically have to wait this out, or you can click escape and go back to continue, and you start at the elevator. But this is not going to be like you started the game fresh. This is going to be like you step out of the elevator and you'll see what I mean. Now you have a single door instead of three. You're basically alone in this ending because you chose to be alone. This is kind of your future or your present, whatever way you want to look at it. So now you'll still have the house key. You can use that on the front door. But you notice that the internals of the house has changed a lot. The clock starts ticking as usual, but there's no minute hand. So now you want to step into this door and step inside. And now we want to use the house keys on the ventilation grid in order to get the pocket watch. You want to grab the pocket watch from here, you want to look at it, and you want to grab the handle of the minute hand and put it all the way at 11:58, so that when the watch actually, when the seconds hand moves to 12, you will actually get transported back to the father. You know that the life alone sucks. You want to go back to the life with her. This time you want to say, I want to be with her.
Hey, there he is. You back? Look, I know this is a terrible shock, but we need to be on the same page. These feelings for my daughter, your sister. Look,
I want to be with her.
I love her no matter what.
no matter what.
You can say, I'll tell her the
Tell
truth.
her everything. She'll hate me, but at least she'll know the truth.
No!
She deserves it.
You coward! You would destroy her to clear your own conscience.
At least I won't be lying to her like you.
You little shit. You just won't listen. Stop it. Stupid little shit.
Sir? Are you... Sir? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh.
This takes you all the way back to your apartment, and the time starts.
Wait, sir, no, no fucking stop!
You want to switch on the light and then look at the painting next to the window. It looks almost like an egg from here, but it has changed. This is the snake eating its own tail, and this is the third version of the painting. Looking at that would unlock your achievement Ouroboros. We're pretty much trying to do the same thing. We want to get back to the father at this point.
Not now.
Okay.
We just came here in order to look at this particular painting. Other than that, we're done with this. We're at the end of the game. So just look at the ventilation grid, use your house keys to open it, grab the watch, and keep looking at it until it goes to 11:58. To get back to the father. This time, we don't want to talk to him about any of the two options. Instead, we want to click on the book at the bottom of the screen. At this point, we can get one of two endings called continue or mindfulness. We want to go for the continue ending first. The sounds are really well done in this game. I really enjoy the music.
Hey, there he is.
So look at this. Notice this book here? It's the book the wife was reading.
I know this is a terrible shock.
And she gave us a line from the book, which we can use right now.
These feelings for my daughter, your sister.
Look, hey, it's only by forgetting that we ever really dropped the thread of time and approached the experience of living in the present moment.
So after you give that line to him, make sure you don't do anything.
The idea of
Don't click on anything.
sounds crazy. But what if
Don't do anything.
you could? I can help with that if you want. All you have is the future. You'll forget everything you went through. All the pain, all the stress, forgotten. Forever. But you need to understand, there is no turning back. You can't undo this. We can talk about it still. You can choose an answer. You don't have to forget if you don't want to. The choice is yours. This is your last chance. All right. I hope you find what you're looking for. All right.
So this is the actual ending.
Rise. I want you to think of a flower. Focus. Breathe. Look at its contours, its curves. Now I want you to imagine it changing. Moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened and fresh and new. Look at it as a whole. Don't just notice the changes. Let go of how it is. Don't let anything override your perception of how you see this today. Just focus on that bud. Silently repeat these phrases. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear and anger.
So we see the credits roll, and this is considered one of the true endings of the game. Although I don't consider this an ending, and I'll show you why. You need to wait through the credits in order to get back to the main menu, and it's going to say continue options and quit. At this point, you should have only one achievement still locked, and that should be mindfulness. So every time we started the apartment, it's called a loop. We took around 18 loops to get here. The exact number will be updated in the video. When we play through the game again to get the other achievement called mindfulness, which is like one more ending, we have to start the game all the way from the start and progress through everything and then reach the mindfulness ending. In order to get to there, we can do it in as little as 7 loops, and that's what I'm going to show you. So it will not be as long as the previous time we played. I should probably edit the end credits out, but you will have to sit through this, so it's kind of a representation of the actual time you will spend in trying to map these achievements, so I might also leave them in. Okay, you can actually escape this, and you see it says continue options and quit. So at this point, like I mentioned earlier, you should have only one achievement still locked, and that should be mindfulness. We're basically going to repeat the same things we did earlier, but this time we can cut out some of the short things because we don't need to look at the painting, etc. And we don't need certain kinds of endings, so we don't need certain kinds of information. So we can do this in like 7 loops. So let's try. Okay, so in the second playthrough of the game, we're going to take something like 7 loops to progress, but we're going to go through some of these steps a little faster because we already have some information and we can kind of use that. For example, we already know that the person has baby clothes with the mother's name on it, etc. So we don't need to have dinner to learn about the baby, which will change the painting because we don't need an achievement regarding the paintings. So things like that, because we can cut them out. This is slightly faster one. Get the fake rock from the plant, get the house keys from the fake rock, and use the house keys on the door. And that's going to start our second run. This is technically the 4th run, but also I keep saying second run, 4th run. It's basically the final run for us to get through the game and snag this achievement called mindfulness. So now you actually need the code from the book, and for that you need to wait for her to sit down and start reading the book. There's not going to be too much time where she reads the book going forward because we're going to be doing things too fast. That's why this is the perfect time to actually get the code from the book. We're going to use that in the ending because it's the same code used in the in the previous ending. We're going to need the same code for the next ending as well. So when she sits down and starts reading, and then click on the book.
What you reading?
Oh, it's not really your thing.
Oh, try me.
You're gonna make fun of me. It's a book of meditations, Zen stuff.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
When she starts reading the book again, click on the book again. Now she'll actually give us a line from the book.
I don't know. I've always been curious about it. My dad was always into that sort of thing.
My Zen wife, huh?
Look, there's a line. It is only by forgetting that we ever really drop the thread of time and approach the experience of living in the present moment. Babe.
Yeah, you're right, not my thing.
Cool. Good talk, honey.
As you were.
Okay, now you want to get into the bathroom, and if the light's not on, you want to switch it on. If the door is not open, you want to keep it open, and then you want to click on the medicine cabinet. You basically want to see you want your wife to see you looking for something in the vent. So now you use your house keys on the ventilation grid to open it.
What are you doing?
Get the object from the ventilation grid and look at the pocket watch. So you know there's a pocket watch in the ventilation grid right now. Now she's going to get really angry and walk out. You also notice that Chandra actually started.
Man, you are just all class today.
When she's going outside, you want to get into the drawer and open the drawer and look for the present. The present is here. Then you want to basically click on the present and find the clothes with your mother's name on it.
With my mother's name?
Okay, now you basically know a lot of the things. So now you just want to walk out.
Yeah?
Follow me to your apartment. I'm with the police.
Oh. All right.
Setting the wife out actually makes the cop come in faster. The cop is only set to come in at 5 minutes. But notice that it's hardly 2.5 minutes and the cop is already here. That's why we wanted to do this.
Thank you.
We wanted to set off a chain of events in motion that will bring the cop faster to our home.
Easier if you cooperate. Hold still.
Hey, you're hurting.
The first loop is kind of the longest and we already got through it. Now we just have to wait for the scene to end.
Get back, please. Don't move.
Help me. Will you come help me?
No, come on. Don't.
My wrists. I don't know. This is a mistake. Babe, will you tell him? This is a misunderstanding.
You're under arrest for your father's murder 8 years ago.
No. That can't be right.
Shut up.
We basically now need to wait for her to admit that she knows where it is, so we need to wait for the scene to play out. We can't quit earlier, we can't do anything right now.
No playing
We need her
dumb.
to say
Where
the watch is in the, and only then we have that information, and we need that information to proceed.
He can't help you. Just you and me. Tell me where the watch is, and we all go our separate ways.
I'm telling you, I don't know about any watch.
Okay. Let's just see.
Look, I don't know. No, please. Oh, will you? I
Okay, now that we have that information, we don't need to do the coward ending right now because we already got the achievement. So we're just gonna talk to the wife about what we know.
You're okay. You're okay.
And we know thunder is gonna happen only at 2 minutes, so we want to do it really fast. So we want to talk to the wife as soon as we see her and question her about the past.
Hey there.
Question her about the past and tell her you know what she's hiding in the vent.
There's a.
What the?
She's not gonna believe us. She needs proof
Listen.
that we're living the same time 10 minutes over and over. Choose what to prove it. This time, walk into the bedroom
Let's do.
and open the drawer.
Okay.
This is a little bit faster than the thunder because the thunder only happens at 2 minutes. We're right now only at 1 minute.
This present. Look, but
I just.
I told you that I'm out of time, Luke. Do you?
Yeah. I don't.
Okay, so now we're just fast forwarding until she tells us that the Polaroid was taken there. And once we have that information, we can exit this.
Started my mom. Nothing. I blamed him. And I. Nobody can hurt you like the ones you. Yeah. He had caught me trying to sneak. I just poked at him.
Jeez.
Anyway, I saw red. I grabbed one. And I just made it here on New Year's Eve. That Polaroid on the fridge. I was gonna turn. A few weeks later, you showed up, and things. I killed my. Never. And now you know.
Once you can, click on the front door to open it and click outside to walk out. This will reset the level.
What? Hey.
Now we need to convince the cop with the Polaroid.
Babe? What the fuck? What? Are you kidding me?
Grab the mug from next to the couch and grab the other mug. Fill one of the mugs with water from the sink. Click on the fridge to grab the Polaroid. This is exactly as we did before. It's no change. If the wife interrupts you, just make sure you have the Polaroid in the inventory and then get to the bathroom.
Best night ever. Guess who?
You can fast forward through the dialogue. Make sure you have the Polaroid in the inventory and get into the bathroom. Close the door behind you, switch on the lights so that you can see better. Open the medicine cabinet and grab the sleeping pills. Drop the sleeping pills into the mug with water.
These pills pack a fucking punch.
Step out into the living room and offer the mug to your wife. Mug with pills to your wife.
Water?
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I was about to grab some.
Now you want to walk into the bedroom, turn on the light and turn them off again.
Yeah.
You want to walk back into the living room. You want to wait for your wife to crash. Once she closes the door, you want to open the door and then get into a closet.
So tired all of a sudden. Oh, just gonna lie down for a sec. We'll talk.
You want to open the door to the bedroom, open the door to the closet, step into the closet and close the door. Now we're just waiting for the cop to arrive. This is exactly the same as loop number 5, or I'll point to the actual loop, the video.
Open up.
Like I mentioned earlier, we left the lights on in the bathroom and the living room so that the cop can instantly notice.
Come on, I know you're home. Open the door. What the?
Once he hits the switch, get out of the closet and click on the cop. You want to grab everything he has on him and then immediately handcuff him. Grab the revolver, 2 handcuffs, the knife and the phone, and immediately handcuff him. As soon as the handcuffing animation is over, you want to grab the phone. Grab the phone and click on the messages. Quickly read through all the messages by clicking right and go back one level and click on the number. Now call this number.
Oh, Dad, the movie's about to start. I'll call you back. I told you to call me early.
Now you know she has a daughter. Click on the cop
Listen.
and ask about the watch. Leave the conversation. He's not cooperating. Grab the revolver and shoot him in the leg.
Don't.
Talk to him again.
What do you want?
Ask about the watch.
You want the watch?
Shit.
Yeah, I'll say the watch.
Fuck.
Money? You'd murder?
You really?
No.
Her fault. Closer.
You knew him?
Know him. He was.
Ask about its relationship with the father.
Yeah. I owe it now.
Ask about the murder charges.
You really? 8 years.
How was the father murdered?
Christmas. Didn't kill him though. Then on New 2 shot.
Wait. But she was hundreds.
She's.
Leave the conversation and look at the Polaroid. Click on the Polaroid
Wait, but that's this.
until he says this proves she's innocent. Now you want to click on the car. Now you actually want to drag the Polaroid onto the car.
Look at this picture.
What about?
Look at the.
That's.
But she was.
I don't.
No shit.
Who could have killed the father?
So
I don't know. Everything. Shit.
After he says everything points to her, you can just walk out and reset the level.
oh fuck me. Are you serious?
Now you want to make the cop listen to your wife's story. For that, you need to talk to his daughter, so you want to get into the closet door, close the door, use the phone next to the clothes, and call Bumblebee. Say your father wants to arrest my wife.
Hello?
Hey, I got your number.
What?
She's coming,
This isn't.
Say your wife is innocent.
but
I don't know.
doesn't. Please,
No.
please. He's making a.
I mean, I'll call.
Now you want to step outside and talk to the wife and prove that the day is restarting.
I'm stuck in.
Right.
Tell her what happened.
Look, how he.
I don't know what.
It was Christmas. He hit you.
How? I.
Look,
On my. Oh God. Look. I did. Please.
When she says, please talk to me, click on her.
so then
Talk to her about the past. Tell her the Polaroid proves she didn't kill him.
when you.
No.
Babe, and somebody.
Somebody else.
But you weren't.
I need to sit down.
Once she says she needs to sit down, wait for her to sit down on the couch. You can also switch on the light when she's tired. And then talk to her. Talk about the
in
cop.
next few minutes.
He's how.
Yes,
Explain the cop's connection to her father.
he died. This is personal.
Yeah.
Let's wait for him to arrive.
This is too.
If you miss that and you click too fast, it can cancel. So you can just tell her about the cop again and say wait for him to arrive. That's it. Now you need to wait until the cop rings the doorbell.
Hey, Bumblebee. What's up? What do you... Honey, I think you got prank calls. What did they threaten? Listen to what? Oh, okay, I'll listen to him, but honey... Yeah, don't worry, Bumblebee. I'll take care of this. I love you more.
Wait for the doorbell and then click on the front door.
All right,
Is
open
that
up.
him?
There's a small section you can fast forward, but nothing much.
Wait.
You need to
stop.
wait from
I
this
got
point
something.
and wait for the scene to end.
What did you say?
I didn't kill my father. I have proof. There's a picture of me the day he died. I was hundreds of miles away.
Show me.
On the fridge. Please, look.
Don't move. I'll be damned.
Listen, I know my father was important to you. I miss him too.
But I always thought you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But then,
I don't know. But it wasn't me.
I'm sorry. I really am. My daughter, she's all I care about. She's dying. Cancer. And the insurance won't. I can't pay for the treatment. That watch, though, it could cover it all. God, if she knew I was doing this, thank you for not. If you told her what I was really here for, she'd never talk to me again. I'm going now.
Wait just a second. Here, take the watch. You need it more than I do. She does.
I'm pretty good at finding people, obviously. I'll find out who killed your father.
Thank you.
Actually, there's one thing that might help.
What?
When I found him, he lost a lot of blood. I tried to stop the bleeding, but anyway, he was saying something.
What was he saying?
Just the word monster, over and over. I always wondered what it meant.
It's my brother. Oh my God.
You have a brother.
My mom was right. She was right all along. When my father and my nanny were having their affair, there was a baby. A boy.
A baby. I knew about the affair, but he never mentioned a child.
My mother hated him for it. Hated the kid too. Always yelling at my dad about the monster. That's him.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. But I'll find him. For you and for him.
Thank you. Wow. So what happens now? Is it over?
I think it. Now we.
Yeah. I never.
So this time we don't need to do the perfect ending or whatever. We can just find out more about the brother and head towards the ending.
I really love you. You too. I don't know. I just don't know.
Step into the closet door, find the phone. Close it to just be safe, so the wife doesn't look at you. Click on the clothes. Grab the phone and make the phone call to Bumblebee.
Hello?
Light switch.
Say your wife is innocent.
What?
My wife.
I don't know what you.
He doesn't have the whole.
Okay. But lose my number.
You wanna walk out? Talk to your wife, prove that the day is restarting by telling her what happened the night she ran away.
I'm stuck. Look how you're fine. I know how.
What are you?
No, it was Chris, and he hit you.
How could you?
I couldn't.
I did.
Listen. What are you? He's your brother. He killed
I have a fucking brother.
a half brother. He's the one that Polaroid. It proved. What? I know. A man is about.
What?
He was close to your father, and when.
I need to sit down.
So when she says I need to sit down, just wait for her to sit down. And then talk to her. Talk to her about the past. Find out more about the brother being the killer.
He's the killer.
I don't even know.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Previous topic, talk about the cop. Tell the cop wants to save.
His daughter has cancer.
That's all. Can't imagine.
Let's wait for her to arrive.
Now we wait.
For listen.
Again, you don't want to do anything until the doorbell is rung, so just wait.
What's up? What? What do you... Honey, I think you got prank called. What did they threaten you? Listen to what? Oh, okay, I'll listen to him. But honey, yeah, don't worry, Bumblebee. I'll take care of this. I love you more.
Wait for the doorbell. Open the front door.
All right,
Is that
open up.
him?
Fast forward a little bit and then just wait.
Wait, stop. I have something you need to see.
What did you say?
I didn't kill my father.
What?
He had a love child. Bastard. That's your killer.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't care what you believe. The bastard destroyed everything I loved. Destroyed my mother. She called him the monster, and he was.
Monster?
What?
Oh, it's just... That was the last thing I heard him say. It never occurred to me that it meant... that.
Listen. I know my father was important to you. I miss him too.
But I always thought you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But then...
I don't know. But it wasn't me. Look, I know why you're doing this. I get it.
You couldn't possibly.
You can't make us pay for what your daughter's going through. Don't take it out on us.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. God. If my daughter knew what I was doing, she wouldn't understand. She'd never forgive me. I'm going now.
Wait just a second. Here, take the watch. You need it more than I do. She does.
I'll look for your brother. I'll start with the nanny, go from there.
How much do you remember about her?
It's been a long time.
Do you remember her name?
Something flowery. Daphne, Daisy, something like that. I'll dig into it. I'll let you know when I know more.
Wow. So what happens now? Is it over?
You can fast forward this section.
I have no. 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 The nanny.
Okay, now you need to call Bumblebee again. It's exactly the same as we did before. You want to close the door, because your wife doesn't see you. Click on close, grab the phone, call Bumblebee, and say your wife is missing.
Hello?
Hey, please, he. My wife.
I don't know what...
Hey, he doesn't have.
Okay. But lose...
Okay, now you want to step out and talk to your wife with the days for starting. Prove the days for starting by telling her what happened the night she ran away.
I'm stuck. Look, I know how you.
What are you...
No, it wasn't. It was quick. And he hit.
How could you...
I could.
What are you...
He's your brother. He killed.
I have a fuck...
I have. He's the one that pulled. It proved.
What is...
He's gonna accuse. But he's actually just.
What?
His daughter has cancer. He was close.
Yeah. I need to sit down.
So when she needs to sit down, just open the drawer and find the present. Open the present.
This is too much.
Click on the name.
Baby clothes. With my mother's name.
And some...
Now you want to go back into the living room
Okay.
and switch on the light.
Tell him the truth.
Click on the wife. Talk about her past. Find more about the brother being the killer.
Brother.
I don't...
Okay.
I was 2 years... I mean... Maybe you...
Previous topic, talk about the cop. Let's wait for him to arrive.
We wait.
And again, as before, the daughter will convince the cop to listen to us and
Hey,
we need to be ready to basically give the baby clothes to the cop. we need to wait for the doorbell to ring before opening the front door. All that is the same.
What do you...
We're very close to the end, just hold on.
I think you got prank called. What did they threaten you? Listen to what? Oh, okay, I'll listen to him, but honey... Yeah, don't worry, Bonnie, dear. I'll take care of this. I love you more.
So the doorbell is rung, so you can open the door now. And you have a little bit of fast forwarding you can do.
Okay.
Wait, stop. I have something you need to see.
What did you say?
Now it's better you come to the right of the wife and stand right about here.
He had a love child.
I guess the easiest spot from which to give the baby clothes to the cop.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't care what you believe. The bastard destroyed everything I loved. Destroyed my mother.
Remember that you need to give him the baby clothes
Was.
immediately after he says something flowery.
What?
Oh,
You have a very small time window, and if you miss that, you need to do this entire loop all over again.
That.
Listen. I know my father was important to you. I miss him too.
But I always thought you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But then,
I don't know. But it wasn't me. Look, I know why you're doing this. I get it.
you couldn't possibly.
You can't make us pay for what your daughter's going through. Don't take it out on us.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. God. If my daughter knew what I was doing, she wouldn't understand. She'd never forgive me. I'm going now.
Wait, just a second. Here, take the watch. You need it more than I do. She does.
I'll look for your brother. I'll start with the nanny, go from there.
You ready?
How much do you remember about her?
It's
As soon as he says something flowery,
Remember her name?
something flowery.
that's when you want to give the baby clothes. Just drag the baby clothes and put it on the car.
Daisy, something like that.
Sure.
I'll dig into it. I'll let you know when I know more.
Look at this.
Cute one, see? So, what?
The name. Look at the name.
The-
Is that the nanny that he had the affair with?
I almost missed it this time. You notice that he went a little bit ahead.
Talia.
If he turned around and started to leave, then I would have missed it completely. I would have had to redo the entire loop all over again.
She was my
Mother.
No. No. No.
We've been through this already, so we know kind of what's gonna happen. Just wait for you to get back to the father. It doesn't matter what you say to him at this point. I always believe in power of love and everything, so, and power of truth, so I always choose my options like that. But it's not necessary. You can actually pick anything.
Hey, come on, snap out of it. Look, I know this is a lot to drop on you. But I gotta know that we're on the same page concerning these feelings. So consider your answer to this question very carefully. What do you want with my daughter?
I can't just stop feeling for her. I love her. I love her with everything in me.
I don't care about your feelings. Feel however you feel. Feelings don't matter. What are you going to do? You.
Maybe she can actually speak the truth.
Maybe I can just tell her the truth.
Oh, you're just gonna tell her all this. How you think that's gonna go?
We're in love. We'd overcome it.
You are so naive. Such a child.
It's the right thing to do.
No, this is. You fucking idiot.
Stop.
You are so naive, so stupid.
Okay, at this point we know we're the monster, and last time we played through we wanted to confess and do a couple of things. Now we just want to head through to the ending, so we're not gonna wait around. We're gonna directly go for the ending. This ending is a little bit harder to get to because it's like very time sensitive, but I'll do my best to give you instructions that will not let you like miss this every time. It's very easy to miss.
How could I forget?
Honey? Babe, are you...
No, you stay back.
Hey, it's me.
This loop is gonna auto close. We can't do anything here, so we just wait for this to end.
Let me help. What is it?
Stay away.
Talk to me.
No.
Whoa. Tell me what's going on. Hey.
Okay, now we need to wait for the wife to get out of the bathroom,
Be true.
and we need to basically grab the pocket watch from the bathroom. Doesn't matter if you open or close the door. I prefer to close the door behind me, but it's not necessary. It's gonna waste a few seconds. Again, this is not a speed run technically, but it is kind of a fast way to
I didn't hear you.
Not now.
get through all the achievements. You wanna close the door? Open the medicine cabinet, look under. You look at the ventilation grid. Use your house keys to open the ventilation grid.
These are for the front door.
I misclicked because my mouse is like a bit crazy. But you wanna click on the medicine cabinet.
I don't have enough space to drop it.
Go to the ventilation grid. Use your house keys on the ventilation grid to open it. And grab the pocket watch. Now, don't click outside. You need to keep looking at the pocket watch until it becomes 11:58. Okay, this will actually transport you back to your conversation with the father, and he's going to give you two options. Do not click on any options. You want to wait. When you pause the game, you can't actually look at the screen, so it's hard for me to give you instructions when I'm like paused. I try to give you instructions to the best of my ability so that you don't miss this achievement every single time. It's very time sensitive. So basically the father will start talking to you. He'll move back, he'll go here, and then he'll come here. When he's here, he'll say something like, with your little love. Once he says with your little love, then you want to click on I've changed my mind. Sorry, I think I'm going to say, okay, he's going to walk here and here. You don't want to click on any of this. You want to click on the book when he says with your little love. And when I say when he says, I mean actually immediately after. Watch for him to say with your little love when he's right around here, and you want to then click on the book.
Worst thing in the world, disappointed my little girl. Well, that was the worst thing. And now a baby. You, with your little love.
Now you want to click on the
It's
book.
only by forgetting that we ever really dropped the thread of time and approached the experience of living in the present moment.
You read that one, eh?
So the goal is to actually click on the clock and see the clock when the time is 12.
Sounds crazy,
But
but I can help
you actually can't do it every time. It's very time sensitive.
future.
So
Forget everything.
after you click on the book and you get an option, you can click on I've changed my mind, but don't click on anything else until he says last chance. Immediately after he says last chance, you want to click on I want to be with her.
You can't.
He's going to come over here and say that your last chance. Immediately after he says that, you want to click on I want to be with her.
You can choose an answer. You don't have to forget if you don't want to. The choice is yours. This is your last chance.
So you click on that, and now be ready to click on the clock.
So, what is it?
I don't care.
You want to click the clock as soon as you can.
What?
No matter what.
Don't click on anything.
No matter. Think about that. What would that even be? You don't mean. You do have a
So this is the actual true ending of the game.
the stories you've created.
And what I mean by that is once you have this ending and you see all the credits, you are not going to have a continue button. Your game is actually done. You have played through the game in its entirety. So I'm not entirely sure if you'll get the achievement immediately right over here, or it's only after you view all the credits and go back to the main menu again. But this is the ending that gets you the mindfulness achievement, and you're basically done with the game at this point. So I would like to thank you for following this guide, and I hope it was useful. If you found it helpful, feel free to share. If you have some feedback, please leave comments for me. I would like to thank Exonerant over at Square One Games. I leave a link to their channel in the description below. They've been a huge inspiration, and they really helped me somehow to make this guide better. They gave me a lot of ideas. I learned a lot from looking at their guides, how they optimize it, things like that. And thanks for being an inspiration, Sana. That's it. I hope you got all the achievements in a really quick way, and I hope you enjoyed the game. That's it from me. Thank you. Okay, so there you have it. Here's the ending, and you don't have a continue button that basically says you finished the game in its entirety. Thank you.